Bum bum.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Quest completed. No AP? I want a refund. This is a ripoff. The Eye of the Warrior? Increases strength tonic duration by 10 seconds. Lame. Lame. Report back to Mid. You know, I absolutely love this game. Final Fantasy XVI has been an absolute delight to play. One of the best games I've played in a hot minute. I've enjoyed just about every aspect of it. If I could make one criticism of the game right now, and it might end up being the only criticism I have for the game by the end of it, is I do feel like they have a bit of a missed opportunity on having a more robust crafting system and accessories and whatnot. I feel like the majority of accessories that are actually worthwhile, other than the dodging one that we have, which we got from a story fight, is just like, hey, make specific move do slightly more damage, or make specific move recharge slightly faster. Which you get like 2 or 3 of them, and then you're like, these are the ones I'm sticking with. Oh, I got the one for Heatwave, and I got the one for Flames of Rebirth. I'm probably never changing this. And then the weapons are just, you know, every now and then you go to Blackthorn and you're like, hey, did you beat that unique enemy yet for this sword? Nope. All right, we'll come back when you do. They definitely could have had some more going on that. It's not like, oh man, this really drags the game down for me. But I was just thinking to myself, like, I'm loving this game. I love basically everything about it. Like, what's something that I think the game could be better at? And it's definitely, like, the weapon and crafting system being, like, threadbare to non-existent.
How may I help
If there's
you
one,
today,
if you
Carl?
asked me, like, hey, FF16, you know, possibly going to be your game of the year, one of the best games you played in a hot minute, you're absolutely loving it. But if you could make it better, what would you do? The
Your
first thing I would look at is the
benefactors are a
crafting
generous
system,
lot.
undoubtedly. Pretty much everything else in the game kills it.
All yours.
Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals cursed, but if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us. A friend in Northreach.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
And again, it's not going to be something... when we get to the end of this playthrough, and I, like, give my thoughts on the game and my ranking and all that, the crafting system being kind of meh is probably not going to take away any points, like, out of 10. I'll mention it being like, I wish that had been more involved or had more to it. But it's not something that's going to make me actively be like, yeah, the game, you know, lost some points with me on it. But I do definitely wish that it had some more going with it for sure.
Come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Bum, 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 bum. I can't remember. Did Final Fantasy XV have much going on in terms of, like, crafting and accessories and whatnot? I have not played Final Fantasy XV since that game came out. I remember loving it. I need to play it again. I don't know if I'd ever play it on stream again, but at least play it on my own time again to refresh myself. Ba-bum. It'll be so hard to beat this as my game of the year. The only thing that I could conceivably see being a better game this year than FF16, as of now, I haven't finished the game. There's no telling. I could get in the last 20% of this game and think that it totally tanks, but that's highly unlikely, obviously. But, I mean, the only competition I see it having is Spider-Man 2. It's literally just Spider-Man 2. And for some other people, Tears of the Kingdom will be a contender, but Tears of the Kingdom is not even in the conversation in my world.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
What a swell guy, that Hippocrates. Oh, hey, everyone.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Aw, this sucks. Of course I want to go with Jill because I like Jill, but we also, like, never interact with what's-her-name here. I don't even remember her name. It's like Tarya or something?
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
just, like, I'm way more interested in Jill as a character than I am Tarja, to be honest. I feel like I'm losing one of the only opportunities to, like, hang out with Tarja at all. But, like, it's Jill, man.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Tarja.
I can't pass up the opportunity for Clive to have a heart-to-heart with Jill, similar to what he had with Gav when we did the run with Gav. Sorry, Tarja. It's just the way it is sometimes, girl. To Northreach we go. Away. You think there are even people still living in the capital city up north? After it lost its crystal?
No. Where's Jill?
Yo, where is Jill? You know another character we haven't seen in a hot minute? The Dame. I guess there hasn't really been any use of her skills at all since, whatchamacallit, so it makes sense.
Are those Pepio nuts? Can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic?
Duh.
I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
I don't like garlic. Alright, which one of you idiots is gonna sell me either garlic and or Pepio nuts?
What can I interest you in today?
I will be taking some garlic, thank you. For 10.
Yes.
10 gil. Chump change.
How the hell is
Yo, fork over the Pepio
What
nuts.
do you want?
I want the Pepio nuts, don't be rude about it.
Go on. Take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
That did not take long at all. Hello.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now, all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Absolutely.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in, but then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham, and it was just, oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just, you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Just kiss already! I want bread so bad now.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
That was nice. How was the Titan boss? Amazing. The ending of it still sticks out to me the most. When you're falling through the chasm, fighting Titan in a free fall. That was so good. So very good. Loved that. All right, back to the hideaway. Get me out of here. We only have that one S-rank hunt, don't we? I might go try to do that hunt, or try to find it at least. We got about 20 minutes left in stream, and I'm worried that...
Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
We got about 20 minutes left in stream. I don't have time to go over today because I have other plans tonight. And so I don't want us to get into some big story shenanigans after we wrap up all this running around for mid. We'll see.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
Ah, Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Chat, we are so in there.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Dude, we're gonna go back to mid and she's gonna have another 3-part quest for us. 500 AP Harpocrates, my man! Let's go. Also a level up. Level 35, not bad. Gilbuck. Valuable. Can be traded for Gil. Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit for Gil right now, as you can tell. 40 renown is very good. Oh, dude.
Well,
less than 2,000 to go.
I better go and give Mid the good news then.
I am so excited that we are going to get to replace the, what's it called? Wicked Wheel. We're gonna get to replace Wicked Wheel on Garuda with Judgment Bolt. Because Wicked Wheel is my least favorite Eikon ability we have right now. And also, it's just really fitting, I feel like, to put the lightning move on the wind icon. Kind of goes hand in hand, you know? A storm and all that. I like it. Report back to mid.